Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Saurabh. Please take your seat.
Thank you, sir.
Saurabh,
Yes, sir.
you are born August 2001.
Yes, sir.
I think you are the youngest candidate we have come across in these mocks.
Thank you, sir.
We are very proud of the fact that at this young age you have got into at the interview stage.
Thank you, sir.
That's your first attempt, and in the first attempt itself, you have come to this level.
Yes, thank you.
That
Sir.
shows your academic brilliance. You come from Kushinagar, and you have taken sociology as your optional. You are from IIT Kanpur, IIT Delhi, civil engineering
Yes, sir.
with 8.80 CGPA.
Yes, sir.
You were working till recently with McKinsey.
Yes, sir.
Now you are left them. So what are you doing? Only preparing for the civil services?
Yes, sir. Right now I'm full-time preparing.
All right, wonderful. And since you come from Kushinagar, and Kushinagar is a very important place,
Yes, sir.
tell me something about Kushinagar.
Sir, Kushinagar is the Mahaparinirvan sthal of Gautam Buddha. So he breathed his last in Kushinagar.
So why did he come to Kushinagar at the time of his death?
Sir, actually it's said that 3 months before his death, when he was in Vaishali, he realized that his death is very near. And then he said to his disciple that let's move to that area which is ruled by Mal kingdom. Mal Republic was there, and it's said that very near to Kushinagar, he went to a blacksmith. He was named Chunda, and he by mistake ate pork or mushroom, and that caused food poisoning. And
But that was in Kushinagar or that was in Siwan?
That was in very near to Kushinagar. That's today it's called Patrona.
No, Patron is a part of Devariya.
Yes, sir.
Some point of time, I don't know whether it's a separate district or not, but it used to be part of Devariya,
Yes.
Patrona, and Kushinagar was also part of Devariya.
Yes, sir.
But after he left Vaishali, he came to a place which is along the river Ganga. There is a big stupa over there.
Kesariya Stupa. Yes, sir.
And thereafter he crossed river, and then he came to this side, and he stayed in a place called Siwan, which is a district,
Yes.
and district headquarters. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was from Siwan,
Yes,
and he said that he consumed either mushroom or pork, because that word, kukurmuta or something like that, that applies to both. And because of that, he has some kind of dysentery.
Yes, sir.
And he wanted to go to Sarnath, or he wanted to come to Kushinagar, because Kushinagar at that point of time was not a very important place.
Sir, it was like the capital of Malla Republic, which was one of the 16th Mahajan.
So, all right. If you say it was capital of Mal dynasty, is there any evidence to? Is there any fort or ruins of that time, a palace
Yes, sir.
in Kushinagar?
Sir, of Malla Republic, it's not there. But there's Ramabhar Stoop, where he was cremated. And
That's related to Buddha.
yes, sir.
I'm talking about the royalty. As you said that he was invited, or he wanted to come to a place where he would be treated or whatever, and he wanted to be in the area of Malla.
Yes, sir.
So is there any evidence that in Kushinagar there was a palace of Mal kings?
Sir, I'm unaware of that.
At the time of his death, who was his chief disciple?
Anand.
All right. Any story related to his death?
Yes, sir. So Anand basically said to him that so Buddha, by displaying his death, showed the basic concept of impermanence, that nothing is permanent, everything which is born has to leave life.
So that was known even before Buddha.
Yeah, correct, sir. That was known before, but it through this process of he liberating.
Process of what?
Process of he liberating his physical body. So he gave this message that there's nothing, we shouldn't attach ourselves to someone or some individual or some guru.
But that was his teaching all throughout his life. He said his basic philosophy was that of detachment.
Yes, sir.
So whether he is dying or not dying, he had been preaching this only.
Yes.
That you should not get attached to a particular thing.
Yes, sir.
Alright, anyway, since we are talking about Buddhism, if I ask or if you had to tell your mother about Buddhism, how will you say that? What exactly is Buddhism? What is the philosophy?
Yes, sir. So, sir, Buddhism is basically part of Shraman tradition, and it came as an offshoot to and an opposition to the Vedic orthodoxy in 5th and 6th century BC. And it basically talked that there is no need to perform rituals to liberate oneself.
And so it was basically a revolt against so-called rigid Hindu society and Varna system and the rituals. But what exactly was the philosophy?
Yes, sir. So there were 4 noble truths which were given by Gautam Buddha, and he gave an 8-fold path as well.
That's fine. You have to explain to your mother in a very simple words. What was his philosophy?
So then I would explain to her the 4 noble truths only, that sorrow is permanent, there is reason for sorrow, there is a way to eliminate sorrow, and desire is the cause of suffering. All these things I'll explain to my mother.
Sorrow can be mitigated.
Yes.
How?
He gave an 8-fold path which included right knowledge, right conduct, right thought.
Primarily, all right. Yes. I must explain. Basically, very in simple words, he said, the joys and sorrows will keep coming in your life. Many times you may have control over them, or many times you may not have control over them.
Yes, sir.
The only way to mitigate your sorrows are basically 2-fold, though again 8-fold kind of. One is pursuit of knowledge, and this is what he told Ananda at the time of his death. That pursuit of knowledge, and I am very happy that you have done so well in your knowledge, pursuit of knowledge.
Thanks, sir.
And he said this pursuit of knowledge is a lifelong phenomenon. Even at the point of your death, you must try to pursue knowledge, because if you are knowledgeable about something, you will be able to mitigate your sorrow. If you know that there is a well, naturally you will skirt that well and then go ahead. Otherwise, you will fall into that.
Yes, sir.
Second is greed. Desire one thing, yes, but basically greed. Earning of wealth is not bad. Creating empire is not bad. But if you acquire these things through greed, and the moment the greed is there, you will adopt unethical means.
Correct, sir.
So, and how do you control your greed? Only 2-fold again, pursuit of knowledge and then meditation. Because you have to control your mind. Greed comes from your mind, so meditation. All right, very good. Okay, now tell me, since you had done civil engineering and recently there was a collapse of a tunnel in Himalayas.
Yes, sir.
What do you think of that incident? Could we have prevented it?
Yes, sir. So actually, sir, the detailed report of why it happened has also been out, but I have not a chance to really read upon it. But initially, what was talked about was that there was no escape tunnel in that main tunnel, and moreover, sir, the geotechnical investigation which had been made for that tunnel, the depth of the borehole was not much as it should have been for a Himalayan region tunnel. And moreover, sir, there was concerns about shotcreting and how the wall of lining of that tunnel had been made. It was not very strength. It didn't have the sheer strength to resist the possible landslides. And
yes, and what could have been the possible reason for that collapse? Any idea?
So specific, I have not read the report currently. So
Himalayas are very fragile mountains. So whenever you are undertaking any activity in Himalayas, you should be very, very sure of the topography and the structure of the soil and the rocks.
Yes, sir.
That had been done to a certain extent, but thereafter, depending on that, as you said, if there is some kind of a cavity, you should know what needs to be done to take care of cavity, and there can be a lot of geological surprises. And second, because of the movement of the heavy machinery, a lot of vibrations were being caused, and because of that also, the Himalayas or the mountain became more fragile in that area.
Yes.
All right. Okay. And I also observed one more thing about your connection with this East Champaran,
Yes.
Motihari. Tell me something about East Champaran.
Sir, East Champaran has been famous in Indian history because of the Gandhiji's Champaran Satyagraha, as it is called, and its
Why
location.
did you go to Champaran?
Sir, there was a farmer named Rajkumar Shukla who persuaded him to go to that place because there were atrocities committed by European planters who were forcing the farmers there to cultivate indigo forcibly in their 3/20, that is called Teen Katia system.
So what was wrong with that?
So basically, indigo was a cash crop, and it was also leading to decline of fertility in that soil as well.
Okay, that was the reason or something else?
Sir, moreover, the prices of since artificial dye was
Absolutely, that was the main reason. The prices of natural plant-based indigo had gone down substantially.
Yes, sir.
So they were not getting enough wages.
Yes, sir.
So naturally, if they are being forced to cultivate indigo and they are not getting, there are no concept of a minimum wages, but they are not getting enough wages. So then naturally they wanted to do what again? Wonderful. Very good. All right. You work as a business analyst.
Yes.
What exactly was your role as business analyst?
So actually, I had the opportunity to work in 3 different projects in my brief stint at McKinsey, and in each of the 3 projects, my responsibilities were totally different. In the first project, it was a private sector insurance client in which I was a part of team in which we were telling or strategizing about new age insurance products like telematics based insurance, motor.
Which company was this?
Like client confidentiality detail, I can't
Okay.
read.
All right. Mhm.
So I was basically working on how new age motor insurance products are doing in other emerging markets and whether that can be adopted in India as well, and how my client can compete on that.
All right. Since you are talking about the vehicle, what do you think of the future of hydrogen vehicles?
So I believe it's very promising. Along with electrical vehicles, hydrogen vehicles is also.
So in what way hydrogen vehicles are superior to electric vehicles?
Sir, specific distinction, I'm not very sure. But when we talk about hydrogen formation, so green hydrogen is being talked about a lot. And
Forget about green hydrogen, because green hydrogen is a little difficult task at this point of time.
Yes. Sir.
Okay.
Sir, specific, I am not aware, sir.
All right. Okay. Now tell me, in Indian Constitution, what you like the most and why?
Yes, sir. I like the part 4, that is fundamental duties. And the reason behind it is, as Mahatma Gandhi told, that the source of our rights lies in our duties. And
But do you think that this, if you say that you like this most, why this is not a part of basic structure?
Sir, I don't know the specific reason why it in part of basic structure, but I believe that basic structure is an ever-evolving concept,
Yes.
And in future it can
So
be.
when you say basic, what does that mean?
Sir, this basic structure doctrine was given by the Honorable
No,
Supreme.
that's fine. What are the elements of basic structure? What are the main components of basic structure?
Yes, sir.
Though these have not been defined anywhere.
Yes, sir. So currently, sir, federalism is considered basic structure, part of basic. Independence of the judiciary is considered. Then apart from it, secularism is also part of basic structure, sir.
But basically, democracy first. You
Yes,
were
sir,
talking about democracy, but then you stop it.
Yes, sir.
And the life and liberty. If you cannot take away life and liberty, freedom of life and liberty.
Yes,
If you
sir.
take away that, then the whole thing crumbles.
Yes, sir.
All right. My last question. Do you think it's a good idea to grant menstrual leaves to women?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I certainly believe it should be a step because I read about a study in which it talked about, it was conducted in Norwegian countries, which said that 9 days per year renders to be unproductive for a woman because of heavy menstrual pain. And sir, I even believe that even not only granting this menstrual leave, but there has to be further step that even if we grant this medical menstrual leave, women would be shy or would wither away from taking that leave because they would be considered handicapped. So, granting the leave is the first step, and moreover, sensitization about menstruation and menstrual hygiene, and talking it about as a normal thing, not treating it as a disease, is the way forward, sir.
But then the employers will be very unwilling to engage or to employ women.
Sir, I believe earlier this concept of maternity benefit was also introduced, that 6 months employee has to grant leave, but we have not seen any significant impact because of that.
Okay. Why 6 months? Why not 5 months or 7 months?
Sir, I don't know the reason, sir.
Okay. That law was created by me as Secretary Labor and Employment.
So nice to it.
6 months because child feeding.
Yes, sir.
It is not before the delivery of the child, it's after the delivery of the child.
Correct.
To take care of the child. Feeding, so breastfeeding. Alright. Now is our time to please sit down.
Okay.
It's time to give the feedback. Though while engaging in conversation with you, we have given you few things in the nature of feedback. But let us now give you the formal feedback.
Yes, sir.
You are an outstanding candidate. There is no doubt about it.
Thank you, sir.
You got huge potential, and as per my assessment, you are bound to be there in the top few. You are pleasant, confident, intelligent, and knowledgeable. Your selection of word is also very good. You have got logical thinking. Only one piece of advice. At many places I have found that you could have shortened your answer by at least 10-20%.
Okay.
Don't talk so much.
Okay, sir.
Because if you talk so much, beauty lies in brevity also.
Yes.
So, be a little crisp, to the point, and let panelists ask further supplementaries on that particular topic. So you don't have to give the entire thing. Alright. That's the only piece of advice. When is your interview?
So it's not in the first.
So you have enough time. Have peaceful sleep.
Thank you.
Listen to good music and ghazal as you are interested in. I wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir.